So the Koons-Fuller Law Firm. I guess I'll mention them by name because I have a friend who also was involved with them, and I'm going to give my opinion. So this is not Jeff Younger's opinion, or if it is, he can be silent about it, but this is my opinion. My opinion of the Koons-Fuller Law Firm is that it has questionable ethics. I do not agree with what some of the stuff that I've seen them do. I think that they have been abusive to parents. I've watched the Koons-Fuller Law team, because it was not just a single attorney, on behalf of Anne operate. I thought they were dirty. They smeared, they muddied the issue, and then they tried to make something about who would act in the best interest of the child and tried to portray you in a negative light when what they completely avoided the abuse issue. And I remember looking at the Koons-Fuller Law Firm ad, which they have changed since then. They used to say, you know, there's two sides to every story. You want Koons-Fuller on your side. They didn't say, you know, tell us your story. If you're on the right side, we'll be on your side. It basically appeared to me that Koons-Fuller was prostituting themselves in a way for whoever would pay them the most money. And so this is my thought process, and I don't care if you agree with it or disagree with it or whatever. But to me, it seems, okay, here's Anne. She is a doctor, pediatrician. She's making good money. She is wanting to sue you and everything. She's got the ability to hire the most expensive, I would say, based on what I've seen, the somewhat questionably ethically challenged law firm of Koons-Fuller to do whatever they need to take you down as a father to help her abuse this child. Something seems to be wrong with this whole scenario, that they should be allowed to do that. And yet I also believe too that Koons-Fuller, is, from what I've heard other people say, and I don't know them personally, only a couple of individuals, but they seem to be a very big law firm, an influential law firm. I don't know if they do a judge shopping or anything like that, but they seem to have people in places, or they've appeared at times to perhaps even buy people, from what I've been told. What do you have to say about the attorney profession and the ability of the attorney profession and the law firms to police themselves?
First of all, I have great respect for attorneys. I think attorneys do a lot of good work and are vital. Philosophically, I mean, I say philosophically because what I'm about to say has absolutely no practical use, but it is important to note that we have created a legal system for citizens of the United States that is not accessible to citizens of the United States.
That's true.
It is only accessible to experts. Whenever you hear something lawyer, a lawyer is just the legal term for an expert in the law. Attorney is someone who represents you. The system is only accessible by experts, and judges will freely tell you that, right? They'll freely tell you that pro se litigants don't know how to offer evidence, and that's because it's incredibly arcane how to offer evidence. The hearsay rules alone are incredibly arcane. People have to go through 5 years of schooling just to understand these things, right?
The sacred rituals of the law.
Yeah. But we have created this system of law that is not accessible to us. Okay, so you have to pay to access the system, and you have to pay a lot of money. When we grant any license, when the state of Texas grants a bar license, really any license, psychology license, any license, there is a statutorily empowered board, and with lawyers they call it the bar, right? The putative purpose of the bar in the statutes is to preserve the ethics of the legal profession and to serve the interests of justice for the citizens. The only reason we give licenses is for public goods. There's no reason to have a license if it isn't for some public good. But what happens with all of these, just same thing happens with agencies, but it happens with professional bodies. They all become co-opted by moneyed special interests. So you find this situation with lawyers facing judges that they want to maintain good relationships with judges. So they don't make certain arguments that might be effective for their clients because they're afraid those arguments might offend the judge. They don't want to go on appeal against the judge because they're afraid the judge will hold it against them. And these judges are jackasses and will hold it against them. You can guarantee it. We've got a judge right here near me with a friend of me and Jeff Morgan's, a judge who has violated literally every precedent of family law and every canon of judicial ethics to keep a father from seeing his son. And this is just because this father attempted to remove the case to federal court and the judge got pissed off at him.
Yep.
So judges are jackasses and they have thin skins and they're imperious and they will hold this stuff against you. So the lawyers aren't wrong about that. And they don't want to tempt these judges and get these judges upset with them. So they harm their clients by not making effective arguments that might piss off the judges. I feel like in many cases in my divorce, not with my current lawyer, but in my divorce, this happened a lot. One of the things in my divorce case is the custody evaluator just perjured himself, just straight up perjured himself.
Yeah.
The difference was I could prove that he did. He said that I had made a false allegation that Ann Georgelis was tampering with the gender identity of my son at 3 years old. Well, I showed him that video that's on YouTube. I showed it to him. Where my son's saying, Mommy says I'm a girl. Mommy puts me in dresses. Mommy paints my nails. Mommy teaches me that I have a girl's brain and a boy's body. Right? I showed him that video. That video never appeared in his report. And he actually recommended that I get reduced custody time because I made a false allegation against her saying that she tampered with my son's gender identity. Now, this guy just went in there and just straight up lied. His name is Blake Mitchell, and he's a custody evaluator in Dallas, Denton, and Collin counties, and he lives in Frisco, Texas. And he is a complete liar. And the judge, faced with this, had to throw out his report. So I got his report struck. But she still allowed him to testify to his observations about me with my son. It's just amazing the sort of level of corruption in family court. My current lawyer, Logan O'Neill, has this joke. He says, he had a friend who was a corporate lawyer who asked him, what's family law like? I do corporate law. What's family law like? And Logan said, it's just like corporate law. We just don't follow the Constitution. And that about sums up family court for you.
Yeah.